The IBM EEIP, instituted, I think, since 2015, which has IBM poured more than 700 million rand into that. It has to date impacted many people who have gone on to take postgraduate study in the ICTs as well as enterprise development. Lots more. To the party saying one thing, on the other side the state is saying something different, although it could also just indicate dysfunction in this case. The other point that I wanted to make, Chair, is there's an elephant in the room here. In spite of all these comments that are being made, there's an elephant in the room that is being conveniently ignored or forgotten about. Professor William Gumede from WITS was on Newsroom Africa, I think it was yesterday, if not the day before, talking about the impact, and he's not the only one, by the way, he's just one of many, talking about the so-called, the alleged impact of broad-based black economic empowerment. According to him, more than R1 trillion has been poured into BEE initiatives, ownership, these equity initiatives that are being so hotly protected here. Over R1 trillion has been poured into those to benefit no more than 100 individuals. His words, not mine. It is well known that these things that are being so passionately protected benefit only a select few, and according to him, linked to a political party that we shall not mention, although we know who, or trade unions linked to that political party. So for me, when I see the fervor with which this is being protected, it makes me wonder whether it's really about the people of South Africa or about protecting certain interests and those people who have the wherewithal and the lines within to benefit at the expense of the entire country. On the other hand, Chair, we have examples of EEIPs in the country, and I'll talk about the ones in the sector only, not broadly, that have actually achieved amazing success. If you look at the IBM EEIP, instituted, I think, since 2015, which has IBM poured more than 700 million rand into that. It has to date impacted.
Let's talk about this guy here, guys. I'm very sorry, as you can see on my screen, I tried to speak there. I don't know what my microphone was all about, okay? I'm very sorry about that. Now, I want to talk about what this guy has said. This is a DA guy in Parliament, where in the meeting there, when they were talking about the Starlink, okay? This guy speaks about the BEE, and then what he says about BEE, it's very important. I know he's a DA guy. Maybe you don't like him, but he has a point, and I will tell you why, guys. He has a point because what you have right now at the moment in South Africa, you've got you've got BEE. You remember that BEE, it's all about black people. That will mean that any business, okay, that one wants to do in South Africa, it must come or it must benefit black people. That's one. Two, anything that has to do with any project, okay? I'm just giving you and paraphrasing everything. Anything that has to do with any project that has to come in South Africa, one way or another, it must benefit black South Africans, okay? Because in that BEE thing, there is black, what, business, what, okay? That means whatever you do, whatever business you bring in, it must comply with the laws of the BEE. All right? Now, this guy that you see on the screen, he is bringing something that we forgot, because sometimes when there is news, there is drama, we get excited, we go up and down, and we forget about the important things, and we forget about what people said in the past. He came in and he reminded us one thing. He reminded us the BEE. You would remember when it comes to the BEE, guys, there was a time where when BEE came in, actually it came in and then it started benefiting people. But the only problem that was with the PEE, it was only benefiting certain people that maybe are friends with politicians, are friends with maybe some officials, are friends with other people. In other words, it was benefiting only those people maybe that are around politicians. Sometimes maybe families of politicians. It was not actually focused on every black person. And please, guys, I'm not saying it has never benefited any person or any ordinary person on the street. Maybe it did, okay? But most of all, or most people that benefited are those people that maybe they are connected, okay? Now, he is bringing a point, this guy, of saying, you guys are being hypocritical. That means you are being hypocrites, right? Why? Because you guys, you were the same people that were criticizing the PEE when PEE was benefiting certain people. Huh? You were criticizing it. You didn't want it. You said, yeah, it must be banished. It must be removed because it's not benefiting the ordinary person on the street. It's benefiting politicians. It's benefiting families of the politicians. We were all criticizing it, and with the right reasons. And which I actually, guys, agree that the criticism was actually fair. And the criticism was actually good because it was benefiting those people that were connected. Okay? But the problem is, guys, when you criticize something, you must remember that when you criticize it, when they remove it, right, there's gonna be problems because it's gonna open a door for everyone who comes from international to do their business easily. What the PE, according to me, it was something that was on the door, guarding the businesses of people of South Africa. That means if you've got an idea of creating something that is new, something that is creative, you are able to take that and you are able to bring it to South Africans without any problem, without any blockage. Okay? That's what I understand about the laws of the BEE. Okay? That means it has to benefit black people. When Starlink came in, or when Starlink wants to come to South Africa, the only problem that they had, it was that there are these laws of the BEE. That is why Mr. Elon Musk was actually complaining about the BEE. He said the BEE thing is bad and everything because he knows that the BEE laws, they don't allow businesses from outside. Especially if you bring business in South Africa, maybe you want to bring something that is creative. It must benefit black people. Okay, that means you must involve black business in South Africa. I know you will say to me, black business, yeah, but it benefits few people. Exactly my point. Okay, unfortunately, guys, when we come up with some good things in South Africa, in most cases, some people, they take them and they use them for their benefit. They use them for their family's benefit. Some of them, they use them to benefit their friends, unfortunately. Okay, but I don't want to pretend as if I'm not hearing the guy who was speaking here on the screen. I am hearing him very well. He is saying these people are being hypocritical. You were criticizing PEE. Now there is Starlink. You are starting to protect the PEE that you were criticizing. You get my point. So now you are being hypocritical. You forgot that there is international project that might come up, that might come in South Africa and might actually maybe sort of like undermine the laws of the BEE. Right? The question maybe you may ask me, what do you think about the Starlink thing? Okay? First of all, I want to tell you the negative part, which I think most of you will understand. Okay? One thing that I don't like, or that I didn't like about this thing of Starlink, right? It is the fact that they wanted to do it, they wanted to bring it through the back door, right? They wanted to manipulate the laws. They wanted to open a door for it to enter, okay? Which according to the laws of South Africa, BEE, that is, you cannot do that, okay? That will mean for me, guys, because there was a question that was asked by one of the members of the ANC in the committee. He asked whether there was some deals that were striked, or there were some deals that were made behind the scenes, And according to him, the ANC doesn't agree with that. If there were deals, they don't know about them, okay? And when he asked the ANC, they said to them, there is nothing like that, okay? But I can tell you guys, ladies and gentlemen, I have a feeling that somewhere, somehow, there were some strings that were pulled, there were some threats maybe that were made, and then they had to do something. They had to open a hole, they had to open a space for the Starlink to come in, And some of you may be asking, what is exactly this Starlink thing? A Starlink, guys, is very simple. It's just going to be sort of like a software or anything like that is going to be worldwide. Okay, that is going to bring internet worldwide. And they say that they promise that the internet is going to be faster, the internet is going to be quick, and it's going to be in every place, even where internet cannot get to, it will be able to get there. Let me tell you something what's going to happen right now. If this thing of Starlink actually goes through, and actually it comes to South Africa and then it's in operation, okay, as Mr. Ndlela has already said in that video, okay, when he was speaking in Parliament to say Starlink is actually in operation already because there is a company, what. But what is going to happen is when people of South Africa begin to experience, guys, mark my words, when people of South Africa, the majority of them, when they begin to experience the quickness or the fastest internet in their area in South Africa, when you are downloading a video, downloading whatever, it downloads in 1 minute or it downloads in 60 seconds. Some of you will forget that you actually rejected the Starlink thing because of the excitement that people will be feeling when the internet becomes faster, when the internet reaches places where it cannot reach. Just imagine you are at home in December, you are at home. We all know that when you are at home, sometimes the internet is bad, and then you are at home, but the internet is very faster. It's as fast as in urban areas. You are going to be excited. One, you are going to forget about the Starlink thing, that it came in through the back door. Two, you will be praising it. You will be making videos about it. Yo, nice internet. Yo, what. Some of you stream live. Some of you play games. Some of you stream. Some of you whatever. Okay? And some of you complain when you stream, when you go live. And you are like, yo, the internet. When Starlink comes in, trust me, some of you will forget that Starlink was something that came in through this whatever. That's what is going to happen right now. Because that's how we do things in South Africa. We criticize, reject, and when that thing comes in and we experience it, we keep quiet, we forget about it, we get excited. Okay? Which I do understand, because sometimes, and I can tell you, they know that if this thing hits our chores, are we done? We are done in terms of people criticizing it. Alright? We've been crying for internet, easy internet, faster internet, blah, 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 blah. Unfortunately, it is brought by somebody who is a billionaire. He is the billionaire, guys. Let me tell you something again, guys. These are all my opinions, right? Let me tell you something. If a person is worldwide, if a person is a billionaire, number one billionaire, the richest man in the world, do you think there's any country that will reject that person if he brings their things in their country? No one. But the only problem that we always have is that whatever that they bring in South Africa or in any country that are African, the problem is those things, they end up benefiting those people that are already rich. It doesn't benefit any people that are in South Africa, black people, that is. It benefits only few people, and it becomes a problem if it's like that. But I can tell you, very soon, some of you will forget about the story, forget about that the Starlink is here already. You will be enjoying internet. Okay? I told you my gripe with this thing of Starlink, the way it came in, the drama, the going to America, because whether you like it or not, guys, they have actually hit two birds with one stone. It was all about that thing of Israel, all about that thing of Afrikaners. Now it's Starlink. All of them, they are going to, especially the Starlink, it's going to be here. You just have to brace yourself, because I can tell you, no one is going to win this battle except the Starlink coming to South Africa. It will be here. And I can tell you, some of you will be making videos. Yo, guys, the internet, we no longer struggle with internet. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please tell me, what do you think? You can comment. Tell me, what do you think in the comment section. This is my opinion, guys. Remember, I'm speaking based on what the guy was speaking, okay? That is my opinion. You can put it in the comments and tell me, what do you think about what I've said. Do you think the Starlink actually supposed to be here? Do you think that we should accept it because it's going to make life better? It's going to make life easier, or whatever, okay? Remember, it is your opinion at the end of the day. We are not judging each other, but we are putting our opinions on the table. Thank you guys for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. You can also share the video if you like, okay? Guys, I don't know what my microphone is giving me problem. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out.